Hi everyone, this is Miss Amanda and I just wanted to show you guys how to make your 4 seasons tree that is in your packet this time. You'll need some scissors and, well, possibly scissors. You can also tear the paper. You'll need some glue or glue stick and some crayons, and I just have green and brown and blue crayons. All right, so you should have 2 of these papers, and then that will make you have 4 different trees once you cut them apart. So you're gonna cut your paper in half so that you have 4 halves that look like that. And you're gonna color each tree. This is the way I like to do it. Hopefully you can kind of see. Let me tilt this just a little. What I like to do is take my brown crayon and kind of go over all the branches. So I just kind of draw right on top of the lines with my brown crayon to make the branches look brown and also a little thicker than what they are on the sheet of paper. So I'm just tracing right on top, following those lines. Kind of carefully, but it's okay if you make 1 or 2 new branches, that's okay, because lots of trees have a bunch of branches. So right now I've just gone over the branches with my crayon. Now I'm going to outline the trunk, the tree trunk, and color that in with my brown crayon again. So I'm outlining the tree trunk, and now I'm just going to color in the trunk of the tree. I'm going to stop kind of when I get to those branches. I'll show you in just a minute. And I don't have to go all the way to the bottom, because in a minute you'll see where we can add some grass. There. So I've used my brown to trace over the branches and color in the tree trunk. And then I'm going to do some grass. So I get my green crayon and I'm going to just do some grass like this. Kind of go up and down. Grass grows up and down. So I'm going to go up and down with my crayon. It's okay if there's a few little spaces just beside the tree first. I went up and down with my green crayon like that, and now I'm going to fill in this white part in front because all the grass would be there too. So I'm going to keep doing that. It's okay if I go a little bit on top of my tree trunk because that's how grass grows. It grows in front of the tree and sometimes kind of touches the tree or the tree trunk. All right, so now I have my tree trunk colored in and traced over with the branches, and now I also have grass down there. The whole rest that's white should be, now blue to be the sky. So get your blue crayon, and we're gonna color in the sky. I'm just kind of coloring it lightly because I like it to be light blue, and if I'm coloring lightly, I can just kind of go over top of the branches and you don't even notice that the blue was covering over top of them. It just kind of fills in the background so that I have a nice pretty blue sky that covers the whole background of my tree and the branches of the tree. And it goes all the way down to where looks like it's touching the grass. So when you look outside, that's what it is. As far as your eye can see, above the ground, you'll start to see sky. So you want to do that with all 4 of your papers. All right, guys. So now that you have colored in your branches and your tree trunk and you put some grass and some sky for all 4 of your trees, now you're ready to make the 4 seasons. Okay, so the first season that I'm going to start with will be winter. In the winter, the trees look kind of like this, don't they? There's really not a lot of grass. It's more brownish, but we're gonna cover this. We're gonna pretend it's not just winter, but it snowed this winter. And so we're gonna make our tree have snow, and we're gonna put some snow on the ground for the winter tree. So you should have in your packet some cotton balls. You can open your cotton balls up. You can kind of unwind them, and it works really good if you unwind them like this. And then they're kind of flat, but still pretty puffy. You can just pull off a little piece and get your glue stick and put some glue on it and spread out some white snow to cover the ground in front of your tree. Let's see, I'm going to get a little bit more for this, and then you'll also want to put a little bit up in your branches. I'm going to put some over here on the branches. You don't need a lot because you don't want to totally cover up your branches. You just want it to show that it snowed, and some of the snow got stuck on the branches. It looks so pretty, I think, when that happens. So you're just going to pull off little pieces at a time, put down your glue, and stick some cotton to your branches, and make sure to cover up all that grass if you can, just like it happens when it really snows. All right, so now I have a tree in the winter. It snowed, and we've got snow on our tree trunk and on the branches and on the ground. The next season after winter, it starts to warm up, right? The grass grows again, and now we're gonna make a spring tree. I kind of use the light green for my spring grass, but you can do whatever you want. And in the spring, we get some pretty blossoms on a lot of trees, so you'll have some pink streamers that you can just tear off little bits of paper and scrunch it up. That one's kind of small. Maybe get a piece about this big and scrunch it up, and then stick it on some of the branches to make a few blossoms growing on your tree. This is before the new leaves come usually. First we have these pretty beautiful blossoms. Sometimes they're white, sometimes they're pink. They can be sort of purplish pink. I've even seen some bushes with yellow blossoms. So you can put a lot of blossoms or just a few if you want, but you put those on the branches to look like a pretty spring tree. All right, so we've done our winter tree, we've done our spring tree, and after spring it gets even warmer than it was already, and now we're gonna make a summer tree. So for the summer tree, you'll get your tree that you already colored in, and then you'll need some green paper that you should have in your packet, and you'll need some red streamers, okay? So we're gonna do, for the summer tree, we're gonna have some nice green leaves that we glue on top, and we're gonna make some red fruit to be either cherries or apples on our tree. So you can do this a few ways. You can tear off bits to look like torn paper leaves like this. Just tear off a bit and glue it down. I'll do one like that. Or you can cut little squares. That's what I did on this one. I had cut squares to look like the leaves. The way I did that was I just cut a strip with my scissors about that thick, and then I just made little squares like that to be my other leaves. Again, you can also just tear them, and then you can have different size shapes and whatever you would like. So you're gonna glue a bunch of leaves down, because in the summer everything turns green. There's so many leaves growing. I'm not gonna fill it up probably as much as I would normally would, but you'll wanna fill up a lot of your tree, kind of like that one there. to show all the green leaves. You can use up as much as you want. And then I'm just going to do these that I have cut, and then I'll show you how to make the fruit for your tree. In late summer, a lot of trees, if they have fruit or if they grow berries or anything like that, you'll get some fruit like cherries or apples. Get some oranges, all kinds of different fruit trees. So now what you do is sort of like how we made our blossoms. You just pull off a little piece of the red and scrunch it up to a little ball. Put down a good section of glue, and you've got a piece of fruit on your tree. And so now this is called our summer tree. It shows all the green leaves and the fruit growing on it. There we go, the summer tree. Finally, we'll make our fall tree. Now in the fall, this is our last of the trees that we've colored. The fall, the leaves of course turn different colors. And this tree, we're gonna have lots of different colors. We're gonna show some orange leaves with our orange streamer. You'll have some sort of gold or yellow, and you can also use some red. So with these, I'm just tearing little pieces off of each one, and I'm going to glue them down to make a pretty fall tree. So I just put down a little bit of glue on the branches and put some pieces of streamer from the different fall colors, the red, the gold, the orange. I love fall when all the leaves turn these colors. They also, we call it fall because they also fall off of the tree, don't they? So you might want to do some on the ground that have already fallen down off of the tree. You could glue some pieces of the leaves down there too, in front of the tree or beside it, to look like they fell down. And there we go. You could fill it up more than I did here, but you get the idea, and you'll make a fall tree. Now I'll show you how to put them together. Hi guys, so now we finished making our fall tree and our winter tree and our spring and summer tree as well. We have all 4 finished. So what we're gonna do is we're going to glue them together. So first we're gonna take our winter tree, and you want to fold it in half tall ways, like so that your picture is on the inside of your fold like this. And you just fold it in half, just like this. So it opens up and we see it, and then it's folded. Okay, so you're gonna do that, and then also let's fold our fall tree, because fall comes right before it turns into winter. And what we're gonna do is we're going to take our 2 trees that are folded, and we're going to put them together and glue them together like this. So we're going to just glue one side together. So let me tilt this so you guys can hopefully see what I'm doing a little bit with my fingers. There we go. So I'm going to take this, I'm just going to put glue on 1/2 of my tall my winter tree, and then I'm making sure the top of the tree is the same and the ground is at the same spot, and I'm just going to place my fall tree on top so that half of it gets glued to the winter tree. So now it looks almost like a book, doesn't it? We have the winter tree and the fall tree are stuck together like this. Okay? And then the back is just plain. We're going to attach our spring and summer now. So we have our winter, we have our fall. Okay, so after fall comes winter. Right before winter, we need to have our spring. So I'm going to get my spring tree. I'm going to fold it in half, just like I did the others, so that when I close it, we don't see anything. When we open it, we see the spring tree. We're going to attach it like this with our glue to our winter tree, because spring comes right before winter. So let me put some glue down on the paper and we'll glue those two together. Again, I got to make sure the grass is at the bottom of both and the top of the tree is at the same side. Okay, so now I've got three seasons. I have spring, and then I have winter there, and then I have fall. The last season we need to add in is summer. It's going to be summer soon here. It's spring right now. So we take my summer tree and fold it in half again so that it can be attached. We're just going to attach it one at a time to the spring side and then to our fall side. Finally glue them both down. And then bring them together like that to glue them together, and now we have our 4 seasons tree. It goes from spring, and you can turn it and you've got summer. You can turn it again and you'll have fall, and finally you'll have winter. I hope you have fun with your 4 seasons tree.